Started. Okay, so here we are on the news feed, and you can see here on the left-hand side, the first thing I do is I click Ads Manager. All right, so I'm clicking on Ads Manager, and then that takes me to the Ads Manager area. And what I'm looking here is on the left-hand side. Now I'm going to click on Audience Insights. Okay, and so the example that I want to use is, let's say you are a health coach and you are looking for your customers on Facebook. So let's start as our health coach example. Let's say you're a health coach and you do not currently have a large Facebook page or a Facebook page that has lots of relevant targeted customers who have liked your page. So in that instance, we're going to start with everyone on Facebook. So let's click here, everyone on Facebook. And so let's say I'm a health coach, but I can work virtually. So I don't have to see people face to face, one on one. It's nice if they do it face to face, but there's no requirement to do that. And I know that I'm just going to choose my top 5 countries. So let's say United States. I'm going to say Canada. I'm going to say United Kingdom. United Kingdom, and let's say Australia, and we'll say New Zealand, and I'm just picking these arbitrarily. Okay, so those are not magical countries for wellness coaches. This is for example purposes. Okay, so now I have my countries, but that's still extremely broad. So let's say I want to target, let's say I'm a female health coach and I coach women who are over age 40 and who are looking to improve their health or looking to, say, lose 20 pounds, and that is my target audience. Okay, so now I have this very, very general, broad audience. Okay, and so there's 50 to 60 million people. That's way too many. That's not enough. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to look into interests in just a moment. So in fact, that's the next thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to go to interests. And so let's start out with a very broad category with the word wellness. Okay, so I'm going to start with the word wellness, and I realize when it makes some of these suggestions, I like alternative medicine, and I know my customers also like alternative medicine, so I'm going to select that wellness as opposed to just the general word wellness. Okay, so I see alternative medicine, and then let's see if we have something like holistic health. Oh, there's another one, holistic health. Great. Okay, so now it's going to start making suggestions for me. Okay, so I've got my holistic health and my wellness alternative medicine. So you can see now I'm down to 700 to 800,000 monthly active people. Okay, that's much more manageable. Now let's take a look at page likes. So we got our demographics, but let's look at page likes. And now let's see the top categories. So I could see, oh, there's health and wellness. Oh, here's something that's interesting. Mind, body, green. News media. Let's take a look at that. I'm just going to open this in a new tab and let's see if this is a relevant page for my customers. And I'd look at this and I'd say, yeah, you know what? My customers will totally like this page. This looks like it's this page looks like it's my kind of the kind of page that my customers would like. And I know that it is, in fact, because it is here in a top category. So I'm going to put in the additional interests. I'm going to put in mind, body, green. And there it is. So here, let me pull this up to make sure you can see it. Mind, body, green, right there. Bam. So now I select that. And what happens is it now disappears off of the top categories because I've already selected it. So I don't need to select it again. And you can see here, now I have 1 million to 1.5 million monthly active people. Every time I create a new category, this number is going to change. Okay, so now I like this idea, Holistic Blends Inc. Let me just double check and make sure that that's a page that I think makes a lot of sense. Facebook.com/holistic blends. Yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah, I think it's looking fine. So I'll add that in there. Holistic Blends. It's not popping up for me on my additional interest. Holistic blends, and this doesn't always work. Let's see. No, it's not popping up. However, interesting, when I wrote the word holistic and I started with a B, it said Holistic Bliss Magazine. That sounds like something interesting. I'm going to add that there. let's take a look at this health and wellness. This is a cause. This is listed as a cause, and so health and wellness causes. I would say, yeah, my customers, if they like, if people who, women over 40 in those countries who like this page, probably a good potential to be a prospective customer. So let's go down here and we're going to say health and wellness. Let's see if it's in there. Health and well-being. Let's try this one, health and wellness. And well, it looks like it didn't quite get in there. But let's see these. I'm just going to throw in a couple more, and I think hopefully you're getting the idea that I'm going to try this one that says Beyond Diet. Let's see if we can get it in here. Facebook.com/Beyond Diet. Yeah, that one looks like it could be really interesting if it'll pull up for me. Let's give it a try. Beyond Diet, there it is. Boom. Okay, great. So now I've got some. Oh, and here we go. We've got these page likes here. So we've got Beyond Diet, which is very relevant. Mind Body Green. Hey, what's this? 12 tomatoes. That looks interesting. I'll bet that's probably a good one. So let's check it out here. Facebook.com/12 tomatoes magazine. Sure. You know what? I'll throw that one in because it looks really good. 12 tomatoes. There it is. Right there. Great. So now I just grabbed that one. Okay, so now we have up to 5 to 6 million monthly active people. Now that's still a lot. That's a pretty big audience to advertise to. Let's see if we can pare that down just a little bit more. So let's say here's our locations. All right, so we can see here 0.5% of that is in Staten Island, New York, Mobile, Alabama, Little Rock, Arkansas. So that's fine. So I'm not going to further refine the locations. I'm not so worried about the activity here. I'm really not worried about the device users. I know that most of these people use both their desktop and mobile phone to access, so I want to make sure anytime I drive traffic to a landing page, it must be mobile responsive. That's why I like to use leadpages.com. Here, this is interesting, household income. So let's check this out. So let's say, since I'm a coach and I offer my coaching services, I need to advertise to people who have disposable income, enough to hire me. And so if I want to advertise, I need to advertise to people who, let's say, make over $75,000 a year. So I can just click on this one. I can select right there. So now I've got people who make between $75,000 and $100,000 a year. But what I'd like to do is to just do anybody over $75,000 a year. I'm not so concerned about net worth for this for this one. And so here's what we did. We went from 6 million users now to 800 to 900,000. That's a more manageable audience. And we're advertising to women over 40 who have these interests and have a household income of over $75,000 a year. How does that sound as a legitimate potential target audience? I think it sounds pretty good. The other thing is you can look and drill down further here on behaviors, and you can say, let's see, charitable donations. Let's see if we could see anything interesting on purchase behavior. Health and beauty. Ooh, that's interesting. Beauty products, vitamins and supplements. Okay, so if I just add that vitamins and supplements, people who buy vitamins and supplements, look at that. Now that gets me down to 9,000 to 10,000 monthly active people. That's a really quality targeted audience. Now, if I advertise to those people, it might cost me $1 per click to do that. But if you end up getting a customer who pays you $700 a month to do wellness coaching, or $1,000 a month to do wellness coaching for 6 months, that's $6,000. Who cares if you paid $1 per click? Doesn't matter at all, because you're making really good money. Of course, you can look into language here. If you wanted to do, let's say you wanted to do, women who are married with 2 children over age 40, you could get really specific. right here. So you could just click married, and that gets you even more specific. And you can just really drill down on these market segments. So I really, really like this a lot. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click save. And let's call this wellness. I did another wellness women here, but let's do it wellness women 40 plus. And then these women make over 75K a year. So I'm going to say 75K plus. And now I'm going to click save. And there you go. There's your custom audience. So now you can see here in the upper right, if I wanted to, I can just take this audience and I could go right into the Create Ad tool. I click Create Ad and I can get started. I'm going to teach you the ads in a different section, but this is how it works. So go ahead and give that a try yourself right now, and we will see you in the next session.